This edition of MacVoices is brought to you by SaneBox, the best way to take control of your out-of-control email. For a free trial and a $10 credit, visit sanebox.com/MacVoices. Hi, I'm Chuck Joyner. MacVoices is in Las Vegas for NAB. I'm in the Pond5 booth talking to Biba about Pond5 and what makes it different from some of the other stock photography and stock media sites, I guess I should say. Biba, you don't just do photos.
No, not just photos. We actually started with video, so we have more of that. But
I didn't know that you started with video.
Yeah, we kind of started the other way around than most of the stock sites. So we had video only for 3 years. Then we introduced audio. That means music and sound effects. Then images, then illustrations, vectors, 3D models, After Effects. And that's about now for now.
That sounds like it pretty much has everything covered, I would think.
Yeah, until we come up with something else next year.
Yeah. Now let's talk about Pond5 from two different angles. First of all, the contributor angle. The people that have media, they create photos, they take images they have drawn, and they want to sell them. Pond5 is a little bit different than some of the other sites.
Oh yes, what makes us quite different is the fact that we offer higher royalty split than anyone else, so it's 50-50. 50 royalties of the price that the artist chooses. So that's another very unique thing, that the price can choose how much they want to sell the image or video for, which actually artist is spending the effort on coming up with the concept and producing it, making it happen, funding it. It's only fair that the artist chooses the price of the clip or of the file. And also, another thing that makes us quite unique is that we make artist information public, available for any registered user to take a look and send them a message so they can communicate. And that's very helpful for creating community, which is another part of Pond5, which is a huge community of artists that get together in forums in real life, for example, here at NAB also. And that also buyers, for example, they can message them. If they like their style, they can hire them saying, if you are in this location, we want you to go and shoot for us in the style that you just showed on Pond5.
Interesting. From the pricing standpoint, do you offer guidelines, or, I mean, in other words, somebody can't throw a photo up there and charge 10 cents for it, obviously.
Yes, there is definitely a minimum guideline, and that is $1 for an image, $5 for SD video, $10 for HD video, and I believe $30 for After Effects file, and on. And also, I think it's $2 minimum for sound effect, and $5 minimum for music file. So there is minimum, but there is no maximum. There is actually one file on the site that's $1 million.
Really? What is it of?
It's of the co-founder and CEO of Pond5, Tom Bennett, giving an interview at NAB years back.
I wasn't here years back, or I would have sold it. Darn. So that's interesting, and you have no exclusivity. So if I decide to sell an image on Pond5, I can take it and sell it elsewhere?
That's correct. It also goes well with our royalty-free license, and that is that whatever's purchased on Pond5 can be used worldwide across all media in perpetuity, which means that it could be reused on different projects. And that means if it's non-exclusive distribution, we're not giving any restrictions to artists that we don't have to give in that license.
So again, I want to say that back. So if I buy anything from Pond5, I can use it anywhere, anytime, across any media, as many times as I want.
Almost.
Almost, okay. What did I miss?
Well, there are some exceptions because not everything on Pond5 is cleared for commercial use. Because if you have recognizable people or trademarks, you'd only be restricted to use it editorially across all media worldwide in perpetuity.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. Now let's flip over to the consumer who comes to Pond5 and they're looking for this media. We just talked about the licensing part. We've talked about the pricing. What kind of size collection do you have?
Oh, it's growing pretty fast. Right now it's at 2.3 million video clips, individual video clips. We just reached 10 million individual images, which is pretty huge. And we have about 500,000 audio files that include sound effects and music, 5,000 After Effects files, and what's really growing right now is the 4K part of video, we have 17,000 4K video files.
Wow, 17,000 4K already. I mean, because 4K, it feels like it's just starting to slide into the mainstream, and you've already got 17,000.
Yes, we've been actually getting 4K stock footage for the past 5 years. So before it was even in the news, there were some shooters that were just breaking through everything and making that in 4K.
That's impressive. So if I come as a consumer to Pond5, I can search on images, keywords, I'm sure. What other options do I have for search?
Anything, basically. It's searching across all titles and keywords. The best advice, I'd say, is starting with 2 keywords that describe what you have in your mind, and maybe adding a third one if you're getting too many results, and then just looking through it.
And then I just buy. How about the purchasing part? Or do I buy by the image, or do you have a credit system?
We don't have credit system as maybe you're used to with other sites, so there's no conversion. $1 is 1 credit. You can pre-purchase balance onto your account that later on you may be using little by little instead of paying and entering credit card information every time. But it's always just $1 is 1 credit, and you always pay for a file. So each file might be a different price. If the artist felt like one of their files was worth $25, another one was worth $500.
Do you have any subscription options, or is it just pay as you go, buy as I need it?
It's the second. So we don't have subscription right now. We are thinking about it, but it's still in the drawing board.
Yeah. I imagine that can get a little complex, especially with your model where anyone can set the prices.
Exactly. And right now we are focusing on creating the site in different languages. So that's kind of what everybody's busy at Pond5.
The website, where do they go? I think I probably know it, but it is?
I'm sorry?
The website?
Yes, the whole website interface, yeah, in different languages.
Okay. And the website URL is?
Oh, yes, www.pond5.com.
Viva, thank you so much for the time. Very interesting, different kind of concept than most of the photo and video sharing sites.
Thank you, Charles. It's been a pleasure.
Hi, I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoices at NAB in Las Vegas. We'll be back with more soon. Thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for links, show notes, to subscribe, to connect with Chuck on Twitter, app.net, Google+, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Subscribe to our weekly newsletter, the MacVoices Dispatch, to stay up to date with all the latest MacVoices news from our front page or at MacVoices.com/newsletter. Advertising and sponsorships handled by Backbeat Media at BackbeatMedia.com.